Hey guys, I'm Joel,
I'm Brady.
and we are the Clevenger Brothers, owners of Clever Bros Studios.
So what we're trying to do here is we are going to be recording covers for the next however long we keep this series going, and we're going to be trying to improve our sound, whether that be tracking, mixing, mastering, all of that. And for those of you that are just starting out recording, you can follow along with us. That's our intention with this. We just wanted to document us as just starting out recording and our progress, so that way you can see what we do, what goes into these mixes, and what we plan to do in the future.
Right, it's a way for us to learn as well as for you, so we hope that you find it helpful if you're just starting out. So the song that we're starting out with in this series is Take Me Out by Franz Ferdinand. And we chose this song because we just thought that it had a fun vibe to it, and it was something that should be relatively easy to put together, at least for the instrumentals. But we'll talk a little bit about the difficulties that we had after this.
So in the song, the actual Franz Ferdinand song, you can hear in the background different off-pattern vocals if you listen closely. And we were trying to replicate that to get those sounds to match up, which since I was the one singing it, I was trying to, accent different words to get them to pop in the background more so than in the front ground. We tried doing, adding multiple layers and trying to create that effect, but it just didn't come out the way we wanted it to. Another issue we were having was coming up with the correct guitar tone for the Franz Ferdinand song. In my research, I was seeing that the guitarist early on was using Fender amps with I think it was a Strat or something like that. We don't have a Strat, so I was just using this custom guitar I made with some, I think it's the James Hetfield EMGs in it, which a little bit more gain. Pulls a little bit more gain than I wanted it to for this, but we used Amplitude, tried to go through and get a tone using their Fender amps on there. We got somewhat close, but it definitely could have been better. And the way we want to go forward with that is Joey Sturgis has this program out called ToneForge Bootcamp. And so we're going to be diving into that, seeing if we can't get some better tones using his products like Ben Bruce and what else? Misha Mansour, the Guilty Pleasure, that kind of stuff. But as well as try and bring those over to Amplitude and other
Amp Sims,
yeah.
Yeah, and one other thing about the vocals, while we tried to do double takes to achieve the result in the actual recording, we couldn't get them to line up so well. So what I did is I used Howard Benson vocals by Joey Sturgis tones, and we just really increased that multiplier effect, which simulates the idea, although in the actual recording it's clear that it was 2 takes singing. So this will just multiply the actual vocal, so you can tell that it's still the same track, but it does kind of give that width that helps to achieve the similar vocal sound. So one thing I like about what we were able to achieve is the drums. So what we did was we used DrumForge, also by Joey Sturgis. As you can see, we're fans of his products. And just the versatility that drum sampler allows us to create with different styles and genres. And I feel like the drum tones that I was able to create are fairly appropriate for this style. And it definitely allowed me to go for a different bass drum sound or a different snare, more lo-fi than I would if I was mixing something hardcore or metal. So I was relatively happy with the drums I got.
One thing I like about it is we got to experiment with lo-fi vocals, which you don't really hear too much on current tracks or most songs out there. They want the clean, punchy vocals right in front of you, whereas this is more like lo-fi and meant for like background vocals, but they use it in the foreground. So it was interesting experimenting with that to get the sound we were going for, and I think it turned out pretty decent using that setting.
So this is a result that we were able to achieve so far in our journey as recording engineers. So we hope you enjoy so far.
Yeah, take a listen.
So if you're lonely, you know I'm here waiting for you. I'm just a crosshair, I'm just a shot away from you. And if you leave here, you leave me broken, shattered, I lie. I'm just a crosshair, I'm just a shot, then we can die. I say you don't know, you say you don't know. I say, take me out. I say you don't show, don't move, tide is low. I say, take me out. I say you don't know, you say you don't know. I say, take me out. If I move, this could die. I move, this could die. I want you to take me out. I know I won't be leaving here with you. I know I won't be leaving here. I know I won't be leaving here with you. I know I won't be leaving here with you. I say you don't know, you say you don't know. I say, take me out. I wait, this could die. I wait, this could die. I want you to take me out. If I move, this could die. I move, this could die. I want you to take me out. I know